because we got FH and the newcomer here, KELIANBAO.
KELIANBAO. I've taken to calling him Kel. Taking to calling him Kel in this, but I decided that during the break. After I got some water, I decided his name is Kel, and of course we're familiar with FH. FH has had a long time recurring run in the Legend tournament scene, and has even walked away with the Legend title in the past too. Pre-bans are already out there, Stoic.
I mean, Ragdoll's getting a pre-ban again, and I feel like that just says a lot about what he's trying to bring to the table. We're going to see a lot of AoE units that FH wants to draft, and you know, doesn't want to have a Ragdoll interrupt whatever he's trying to do. FH taking the diligent route right now, which is so wild. And then, of course, we already talked about Kel bringing in the Maximilian. We saw that it was his style of play here. Probably with like a Nikki potential. There's the Nikki now. Bringing some nice attack off the Maximilian.
This is pretty fearsome coming from Kel right now. They're threatening a really high damage opener. This is going to be crazy if FH is not able to outlast it. So he's going to have to bring something in to interrupt it, I think, beyond just what Volantis offers with the chance to stun. Oh, flashing the Douglas there for a second could be kind of interesting, but I think it's overkill. Let's see what he ends up locking in there.
I almost really liked the Seimei. I thought the Seimei was pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, hey, the Seimei is going to be coming back. Wow, we haven't seen this unit in forever. We're actually seeing a Ciara come in here. Now, this is one of the best daughters in the game, where, you know, sometimes these bombs aren't coming through, and that's why, you know, Ciara hasn't been making such an appearance anymore. We're going to see the Light Eivor get the ban here. Of course, Seimei is going to be getting the ban out as well. There's a lot of dots that are going to be being applied to the field with this Volantis, so to no surprise seeing Seimei getting the ban, giving way too much sustain there for Kel, though. But what we're seeing is like a Diligent 2.0 with a Ciara going up against Kel in this match number 1 here. So this is exciting.
Yeah, check that opener. It's a good thing they banned that Seimei, because you wouldn't want that dot on skill 2 from Ciara only lasting 1 turn, because that's all she does. Just put a dot on. There we go. Opening turn from Yanhong, getting a nice boost for the team. Veronica, skill 3, and gets the full team increased cooldown time.
Yep, that's wild. Look at the respect right now going towards Ciara, being the unit that he's really trying to get rid of, and all those hits. Hitting the field for this Maximilian, man. Oh, let's see this damage. So 2.2, I think might even saw like a 2.6 coming out of that Nikki, so that was some really, really big damage, but a commanding first round victory there coming out of Kel. He's able to drop this Volantis, and there you have it. Just totally annihilates the FH with the power of Maximilian, to be honest with you.
Quick and clean, just waltzes in here and easiest game of his life. You know, Kel just comes right in, has the strategy, but that's what we were talking about, Stoic. We called this out in the pick ban phase. Needed something to disrupt that cleave. I mean, the cleave was so obvious from the beginning. If that Volantis was an Abellio even, well, I'd like an Abellio in addition, to be honest. I have no problem with Volantis. But like, we needed something to stop the cleave, but I'm glad we got to see it. Kel has already made a name for himself right now. That was quite the declaration right there.
That really was. I mean, we saw the big pumpage coming in from Nikki, of course the Maximilian as well, so a lot of damage hit that field, and it hit it fast, man. I don't think Ciara was the response there. I don't know if he thought like maybe the 24 speed lead was just a massive necessity that he needed to have, but I didn't see the reason to bring the Ciara now, so very interesting last pick there when he dropped in that Ciara.
Oh yeah, I would say that the draft did not necessarily support FH winning that game. Let's see if he can pull it around. And frankly, if Kel can do the same thing again, or if that might just be something that you do on that first round to get the early 1 point. For those of you who are joining in a little bit later, we are operating on a best of 3 setup right now in the semifinals until we make it to the finals, which is a best of 5. So meaning Kel, all of a sudden, the newcomer is at match point.
What? Seimei gets the ban. All right, so I wasn't actually expecting Seimei to get the ban. I was 100% thinking Maximilian, maybe even potentially Nikki getting the bans out here, but Seimei, wow. So he clearly wants to play a lot of Volantis. Definitely wants to play a lot of Widget when he's pre-banning out a Seimei.
Huh. He was really thinking about that before he locked it in. You know, that was one of those pseudo-expressive moments that we talked about earlier. It's because it's like, am I bringing this into anti-crit? Do I care about anti-crit? You know, I saw Masha obey it last time, but is my Maximilian gonna miss crit? We'll find out.
Well, so in the last round, I believe there was a Juno that clearly made it through as well. Oh my God, I'm such a big fan of Kellyan right now. I'm loving
Trinity.
this. He just wants to bring heat. This guy wants to bring firepower, and I love every bit. No, bring it back. Oh,
No.
Oh, bring it back.
Cal! Cal was about to become the people's champion right there. What is the Light Ivor is a really cool unit, but like it's so funny seeing it here on the main stage at the Legend Tournament first, before I've actually seen it presented anywhere else. This is crazy. I mean, I love the content pick. This is great.
Definitely, but I also really like Kellyan's draft right now. I think Kellyan's just bringing so much aggression right now that he really cares about the time that I'm going to bed, because I feel like we're looking at a 2-0 right now.
He's trying to make up for lost time. You know, it's like in that game where
I love it.
There was all those support units. It's coming back. It's a 5th pick, Stoic.
Please, just lock it in. For the people. For the people, Kellyan.
Yes!
And he did it for the people. We get the Trinity through. This is excellent, man. We're locking in double speed lead. We're locking in some serious damage right now. FH has so much to worry about. And I feel like we're just getting Wojjet banned. Yeah, I was like, he doesn't want to have to deal with
this. Is so great.
Like, Wojjet's 100% banned.
Oh, Stoic. This is exactly what I love to see at the Legend Tournament. This is like just the sort of bombastic draft. Like, look at these. Look at these monsters. Trinity, Maximilian. We got the Light Ivor picked out of nowhere. This is awesome. I'm loving this so far. Here we go. We kind of know how this plays out by this point. We know that the Yonhong's fast enough to take turn 1. Might go for the boost to try to strip off the Volantis and risk getting punished off that skill 1. Does in fact do it, and the boost is enough to get the Dark Robo in front of the Ivor next up.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's going to be taking it. He's not too worried about it. We're going to watch so much damage hit this field right now. Look at these defense breaks, and look at this Trinity primed and ready. She's coming in to shut it down. Kellyan cares about the time that I go to bed tonight, and I love every bit of this. Kellyan, I am such a big fan.
No way, man. That was awesome. That was so cool. This is great. This is the type of Legend Tournament I'm trying to see, Stoic. That was absolutely pristine, and we know what a great player FH is. So to do this on your first Legend Tournament showing to FH is crazy.
That was, and you see FH, man, in these Legendary tournaments all the time. And we've got this newcomer, came in and just, what a big strong man he was. That was amazing.
He cleaved in the Legend Tournament. This is absolutely insane. I was not expecting to see that pay off 2 times. And the sheer amount of the speed, the proper assessment, boosting just ahead of the Light Ivor so that way Maximilian could push through, because you saw Light Ivor was constantly the next to move. We get that based on that new change to show us like who's moving next in RTA. She was right there, but she just couldn't get enough attack bar to go forward. That was like on the knife's edge right there, but it was so good.
Yeah, it really was, man. I'm so happy that Trinity hit the field. That was so nice to see Trinity actually work there. I like this unit. I think Trinity, I think Trinity in the right place is great.
That was the right place. That was the right place. I think you're entirely right. And honestly, it's hard to say no to a 33 speed lead, but I think for a long time, if you ask somebody what the most niche or less used, it'd be Trinity, you know, the least used 33 speed lead, they'd answer Trinity. But I'm glad that we've got folks like Kel out there trying to show us the truth. I think that was a great showing.
Dude, I'm excited to see what Diligent's going to be responding with, because FH's draft like reminisced of what Diligent was potentially bringing to the table as well. And I feel like Kel's got the number right now, but does Diligent have his?
Yeah, that's the thing, because Diligent hasn't had to deal with this much pressure yet. So that's why we've got such an interesting finals coming up right now, because we know Diligent's got that drafting power. We know Diligent has the presence of mind to work through situations. But what's he going to do when Kel comes in and just puts all this pressure on right from the start?